started even while we await the arrival of a quorum. Let's start with our traditional introductions and hellos this morning. Ryan, and you want to start us off?
Ryan Noble, IT.
Bob Germoni, Assistant to the President for Special Projects.
Gail Fraser, Assistant to Admin.
Ken Curley, Trustee.
Igor, Trustee.
Jeff Stone, Chair.
Adam Guy, President.
Katie Marshall, Dean of Continuing Ed.
Paul Gainier, Business Manager, Risk Assessment.
Lisa Paula-Forton, Director of Talent Management.
Jackie Michael, Director of HR.
Dana Moore, Associate Vice President of Student Affairs.
Arda Plana, Interim AVP of Finance.
Dr. Maria Butalego, Vice President of Academic Affairs.
Connie Zemecki, Chair of the Respiratory Care Department.
Good morning, Eric Gibbons, Vice President of Enrollment.
James Blackwell, Vice President of Administration.
Jeff Switek, Attorney.
Good morning, thanks. Dr. Sagai, before we get started in calling you, do we have oh, and Candace is online, pardon me, Candace.
Not a problem. Good morning, Candace Morrison, Trustee.
Do we have a presentation
Yes,
of any
we
sort?
do. Yes,
Go
we do.
ahead.
Back from my lip.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I have a couple things to share today. I have here Connie Zemecki. She is our department head, chair of our respiratory care program. And we want to announce that COARC, which is their accreditation agency, which stands for Council on Accreditation for Respiratory Care, they won the Distinguished Respiratory Therapy Credentialing Success Award. That's a mouthful, but they have won this award 7 times in the last 10 years.
How many times?
7 in the last 10 years. And have won it in the last 5 consecutive years. There's approximately 470 COARC organizations, but only 74 member institutions, programs basically, earned that award this year. And although I think there's about 2 SUNY community colleges that have won this award in the past, SUNY Erie is the only school that earned this award this year. To receive this award, respiratory care must have at least 3 years of outstanding student success outcome, and Connie's going to talk a little bit more about that, but that includes retention, graduation, and licensure rates. And this includes the fact that in the last 3 years, on average, the licensure passage rate for respiratory care was 96%. Connie?
Thank you very much for the opportunity to tell you a little bit about the program that I've been involved with since 2001. So I've been a respiratory therapist for 40 years, and I've been here with the institution since 2001. To really understand how proud we are of our program graduates, I think it's important for you to understand there's 2 entities that we answer to outside of the college. The one is the MBRC. They are the organization that sets the standards for the exams and the types of questions and the body of knowledge that our students need to know. In order to be a respiratory therapist, you need to pass either at a low cut score, which is the CRT level, which is not what we expect. We expect a higher level, which is an RRT, which mandates that you pass 2 separate exams, a written exam as well as a simulation exam. That is the portion of the credentialing that we not only achieve the 90%, but our students typically have a 96% pass rate on that. COARC, as we mentioned, is the other organization. They're the ones that set all the standards, all the rigor that our program has to go through. The reason that it's important that we have COARC approval is because for a student to sit for their MBRC exam, they have to graduate from a COARC accredited institution. So they work hand in hand. There's currently only 3 respiratory care programs in New York State. I think it's important that we compare ourselves to the community colleges. There are 9 community colleges within New York State. The criteria was a 3-year rolling average of information. So, and we've received this for the last 5 years. Probably one of the things that I'm the most proud of is that includes data during COVID. So even during COVID, when we were doing distance learning, our students still achieved this success rate for us to receive this award. Not only do we need to have those outcomes, but we also have to have COARC accreditation without any reports, which this program has never had in its inception. And we have to meet or exceed not only the retention rate, but we also have to meet or exceed the high cut score on the exams. So it's multifaceted. The information that is used to meet the criteria comes from an annual report that we do every year. It also comes from student and employer satisfaction surveys. I'm very proud to say that we have 100% satisfaction surveys from all of our employers. We work really hard to do that. The national retention is 70%. Ours is currently at 78. Most programs that are co-arc accredited start with 19 students and graduate roughly 15. We start with 30 students and graduate between 20 and 22. So we're very, very proud of our program. There's 2 full-time faculty currently and about 10 adjuncts that work with our students in clinical, a majority of which are grads of our program. So I'm very happy. I'm very happy about that. My next goal is the President's Award. The President's Award is 100%
Which
successful.
president? This president? Or
Yeah, I would love your endorsement, but also the President's Award for COARG, and that's 100% pass rate on your credentialing exams. So that's our next goal, is to try. There was only 14 programs out of the 470 that received that. I would very much like that to be our program in the future.
And Connie, can you tell them when you took the leadership of this program?
In May of this year.
She's doing awesome.
Great.
Yes.
So
yes.
thank you for your leadership.
Thank you very much. Thank
Thank
you. And
you.
thank you for all the support that our program gets. And we are very pleased that there's a lot of people that are interested in our field. The job opportunities are fantastic. I cannot graduate enough people, enough students to fill the need. So thank you so much for your support of the program. We really appreciate
A
it.
crown jewel, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. We'd like to think so. Thank you very much.
And now we go back to class.
Yes,
thank you.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely. Yes, please.
Now I'm going to
Thank
talk
you.
about radiation therapy, another program in our health science division, and also about their accreditation. So the AAS and radiation therapy program has been granted and earned continued accreditation by their accreditation agency, also a mouthful. It's JCERT, but that is the Joint Commission on Radiologic Technology. And although that program actually had received from the accreditation agency continued accreditation to 2028, that was contingent on a self-study, which is a comprehensive, a pretty robust review of the program that took place last year. And a decision was made to continue or to have that accreditation continue to 2028, and that letter was sent of our accreditation status to the President in September. The SUNY Erie Radiation Therapy Program, it's almost similar to radiation therapy. It's actually only one of 6 programs in New York State, and that includes 2-year and 4-year colleges. It's actually the only radiation therapy is the only program in Western New York, and we happen to host that. I had actually an opportunity yesterday to, if I could, to tour one of their classrooms, and they use a program that is very, very high resolution and almost looks real. And it's a simulation of linear accelerators, and you have to remember this is radiation therapy, so simulations are probably a good thing here to save. And the simulation actually simulates equipment that could be upwards of $750,000 to $1 million. And so students can practice and practice, and different scenarios can basically be practiced on. It replicates patient data, and it also displays the patient anatomy. So Jean Wood, who is the department head of the program, couldn't be here because actually radiation therapy, their students are in clinical, and she's there with her students that are in the clinical center.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Doctor. Appreciate that. All right. Hey, Lynn. Let's, with a quorum being present, we'll call the meeting to order, 9:09. Thank you for the presentations. And we'll start with a roll call. And Vice Chair, Mel, would you kindly call the roll?
Absolutely. Ken Crewley?
Here.
Lynn Linehan?
Here.
Amanda Lowe? Candace Morrison?
Here.
Carrie Phillips? Jeffrey Stone?
Here.
Igor?
Here.
Did I pronounce? Let's see.
That's our 6.
And that's our 6.
Yep. Carrie had a family emergency unexpectedly this morning, so she will not be joining us, and Amanda may, we'll have to see. But we have our quorum in the meantime. Now, as far as today's meeting goes, we have a relatively light agenda in terms of formal action items, and we do need an executive session, and so what we plan to do is go into executive session first and then come out, as we've done the last couple of meetings. The motion for executive session will be for the purpose of discussing proposed or pending litigation, and primarily our collective bargaining negotiations that are going on with the FFECC and the AAECC. We'll get a report from council on that and some related matters, and then we will come out of executive session. I don't expect formal action in executive session, but if we take one, we'll report on it. Motion to go in?
So moved.
And second?
Second.
All right. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
No?
Okay, we'll be in executive session, and we will come out as soon as we can. executive session. We discussed for the bulk of the time the ongoing collective bargaining negotiations that we're engaged in, and another matter that could touch on pending litigation. So no formal action was taken by the board during executive session. We're now back in public session. And first, I'll ask for a motion to approve the minutes from our August meeting as circulated.
So moved.
Glenn, second. Igor, second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Those minutes are approved. As always, they were very thorough, very good. We have a limited agenda. Action item starts with Budget, Audit, and Facilities Chair Ken Crewley. What I think is a pretty straightforward and very
It is.
good vote. But go ahead, Ken. We talked about this.
It is. It's we're buying out a lease agreement. We're using a system that's been used on all campuses. It's worked very well. The costs are reasonable, and I'd make a motion to approve.
Quick recollection, this is $73,000 payment to acquire the wireless network equipment that we leased for 2 or 3 years and is still fully functional, still supported by the vendor until 2030. It's functioning great, and the alternative is to extend the lease at a much greater cost. This was very easy at budget, and I presume will be here as well. Motion to approve the payoff
So
under
moved.
that. Thank you, Ken. Second, Igor?
Second.
As circulated, you saw the material and the summary. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, that payoff option is approved under the wireless network lease with Key. Anything else by action? I don't think so, Ken?
No.
From your committee, all right. Curriculum, Student Success and Diversity. Candace, I am told that the Normandale agreement, Erickson, you want to talk about it, is going to be tabled for another month.
Yes, I would like to formally request a motion to postpone until then our next opportunity to meet.
We saw materials on this. It appeared to be something we could support, but Candace, if you would just move to delay this 1 month for consideration.
Yes, so moved to delay. for
Okay,
1
and
month.
a second from someone? Thanks, Len. All in favor, we will push this 1 month and be dealing with it next month. In favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That's the Normandale. By the way, Normandale Community College is in Minnesota, if anyone was wondering. They just seem to specialize in vacuum technology. Kind of interesting. Anything from marketing? Dana, let's see.
Dana?
Mhm. Len?
Thank you. Updates from marketing is we've had a little slight delay in our launch of our website. Our best hope is to launch by the second to last week in October.
Excuse me, Dana, 1 second. Candace, I know you have a hard stop. You can stick as long as you need to, but our action items are done.
Okay, I did see an item.
Actually, you have one more.
Oh, one more? Sorry, Bob, what is it?
HR.
What?
Oh, HR.
agenda.
HR.
Oh,
Or
okay,
HR can
pardon
we-
me, yeah. Let's jump to that, Dana. Stay
Yes.
right where you are. We just want to make sure Candace is taken care of here.
Yeah, thank you.
So our personnel agenda, Amanda is not here,
Lisa,
but Lisa can report.
yes,
Thanks.
I'm sorry.
So we had 2 items. We have requested the creation of 2 positions. They will be, each of the positions will be shared across multiple of our cabinet members to provide executive project support on key initiatives, confidential projects. We really feel that this will enhance the productivity and the impact of the senior leadership team by providing some of that additional support. So this is a new title. We will be submitting it to SUNY for that title and would be looking to post those 2 shared positions in support of the leadership team.
Are we also going to talk about the second request item?
Second, the hiring of Dr. David Taylor. So we had requested assistant vice president position. This position was created to provide support of cross-functional integrative projects, really focused on maximizing the utilization of our technology, both Workday as well as our learning technology. We have many platforms. we feel that there's an opportunity with a more focused support to really get more benefit out of those systems. And Dr. David Taylor really brings some significant experience, 20 years in higher ed as a faculty and an administrator, as well as recent experience with CourseDog, which is a software that we have recently taken on, and really kind of has that technology focus that we think is a very unique skill set and would really benefit the college.
Dr. Sky, your view of this?
100%, yes. And in addition to that, it's really to help all other initiatives that we have at the college operationally. This position will support that and move us forward.
The details are on page 14 of our materials that we saw as circulated. If you don't have any further comments, we can take a motion to approve the proposed personnel agenda, including these two new hires. Thanks, Len.
Second.
Second, Mel. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? All right, Candace, if you need to be dismissed now or in the future, go right ahead, and we'll continue with our reports that don't involve votes.
Great, thank you for your accommodation.
Yep, thank you.
Yes.
Let's see, where were we? Marketing and data. Sorry to interrupt you there.
All right, we meet with the Martin Group on Monday to see the first iteration of the soon-to-be launched website. So I am optimistic that on Monday we'll see some timeline closeness to wrapping this up. We've asked that we at least launch 2 weeks prior to our spring registration. So we look to be on schedule for that. Once the website is launched, there will still be additions to be changed. We're working hard with Dr. Mary Lou on our academic programs to revamp the look and feel and ease of reading those pages, but that will take us a little bit longer. But the website design, you'll see a drastic change in just the front website, the change, and then we'll continue to work on honing our content so that there's more visual storytelling than just text. With other things, we are supporting our athletics teams. We're having a lot of fun on social media, getting our engagement up, and so I'm very blessed to work with an energetic and creative team in their efforts, and it's been fun.
Good.
Thank you.
Nice to see you, Dana. Thank you. Len, anything to add beyond what Dana?
No.
Thanks. Okay.
We're going to have an event with Rakowski.
Yes.
We're going to do something to highlight our relationship with the Buffalo Bills and the ECC South Campus.
Yep, that's coming up.
We're getting a picture too, right?
Yeah, we're getting this is kind of I might have mentioned it last time. We're getting an 11 by 17 photo of the 5 surviving members of the championship Bills team in 1964, along with Mrs. Mary Wilson, who was in the picture as well. And it was presented at a full-scale halftime show last year in front of 72,000 people. And Ed Rakowski suggested that it would look nice given everything the college is doing to facilitate helping the Bills with the stadium and the parking spaces, the space we're giving them for their equipment and so forth. It'd be nice to have that relationship. So Booker Ederson and Ed Rakowski are coming up to the college, and Dana's gonna help us set that up. And
I'm old enough to remember
it'd
those
be
guys
fun.
as players. It's
It'd be
a nice gesture.
Yeah.
And we have had a good working relationship with the Bills throughout
Right.
what could have been, some difficulties, a big construction project next door. But it's worked well. Thank you, Len. Policy and governance, I don't think anything's come
No,
through.
not yet.
Okay. And strategic planning, Carrie, again, unexpectedly absent, but again, I don't think anything has gone through that committee. Talent, Amanda, not here. We talked about HR already and took our action there. Technology, Carrie will report next month, and we heard, our action that we took today obviously touches on technology with the wireless network. For information, Ken, you've got 3 or 4 items there, please, by way of informational items.
The first one, supplier report, is primarily just we made pass-through payments of money that we received from the state that went to other community colleges. And there's nothing significant there. Arda, would you like to just briefly fill us in on where we are? We have through August now, right?
The financial dashboard before you, it says it actually reflects the revenues through August. However, the expenses are only through the month of July. Overall, we are performing well. The revenues are significantly stronger when you look at the tuition, and that's strictly because our enrollment numbers have performed a lot better than budget and prior year, which is a huge accomplishment for the college. We have estimated a bad debt in there, and it's subject to audit. More entries will be coming forth with year-end as we close fiscal year 24-25. Student fees overall, they are performing better than budget, but slightly less than last year, and that's all because of the collection fees that we have reduced. We removed registration and late fees for our students. No federal grants were received this year, similar to FEMA funding that we received last year, and also no payment from the county support in which we received in the prior year. That supported ASME and CSC bargaining agreements. Salaries are expected to come in less than budget because of fewer employees for this year, but higher than prior year, and strictly due to bargaining increases. Contractual expenses, again, we expect to see them fall below budget, and that's all because of the cost measures within the ITS and police basic training. However, some other departments like building and grounds, they have slightly higher than budget, and that's all because we have done a lot of investments with 50 Cobham and City Campus as well as South Campus parking spaces. The fund balance remains healthy. However, the union negotiations are going, and potential impacts from those union agreements may significantly impact our financial performance. Some other updates, the 25-26 community colleges were just approved by SUNY Board of Trustees last week. Chargeback memos were also sent this week. These are like the students that attend SUNY Erie but are from other counties. We have the right to charge the county for a tuition component as well as a capital component. More to discuss on the next budget and audit meeting in that regard. Some SUNY and state updates. The state's August actuals show a $4 billion general fund surplus, and that is actually up from $2.7 billion. Budget impacts and potential SUNY cuts remain under discussions on the SUNY level. Q1 community college payments are due by the end of the month, and then the SUNY Reconnect funds will be repaid to colleges by the end of the term, but these funds will actually be part of the restricted funds, so no direct impact to our operating budget. And then that's about it. We have the LMHF performance, I believe, next. So the overall performance reflects the actual claims that are invoiced and paid. Expenses currently are running 5% higher than the same time as last year, and particularly increase we've seen in prescription claims. That's all I have to report.
When in the year would our contribution to the Labor Management Healthcare Fund be adjusted as a result of, say, a performance shortfall? When do we get a new billing rate?
LMHF runs on a calendar year, so there may be like a difference between what we record versus what they have. Usually that is reflected at 8/31/25. We have yet to finish the full reconciliations as it's pretty large.
Most months we're seeing a positive variance in most
Yes.
months, not this month. And so hopefully it'll straighten out over the course of the year. And then, of course, kind of the minutes from our meeting.
That's all we have.
August 7th. We met in September, but those minutes are not ready yet. Thanks. We'll receive all those items, and thank you, Art.
You're welcome.
Candace, I don't think there was anything to report by way of information out of either of the next two, three, any of the rest of the committees. Except, let's see, we've got the report. Talent Management Transaction Report, page 23. Look at that. That's just our typical report, and we've already approved the items that require board action. As far as a chair report this month, it's been actually not all that long since our last meeting, late in August, and I've been recovering from some shoulder surgery, so I've been out on the trail a bit less than I ordinarily would be. But I've continued to speak with Dr. Sagai, weekly, several times a week as needed. I would like to just offer our board's condolences and the on the death of your uncle in Eritrea. Very close to Adiam, a significant loved one, and you know, his passing, I know, is a hard thing for you. So our thoughts and prayers are with you and your family there. We did meet in early September in the Rath Building. Periodically, monthly, like clockwork, we're meeting with the county executive, chief of staff, labor chief, and others, and that's been very, very helpful, very productive. A lot of community events, again, a bit less this month with my shoulder surgery, but I'm feeling better. The vacancies on our board continue to progress. We're dangerously close to having one by the county executive filled. I believe he has been approved by the county legislature.
Yeah, I talked to Dick this week. He's out of town.
Okay.
He'll be here for the next meeting.
You want to talk a little bit about him? So I think it's a matter of public record now, but it's been before the legislature.
Yeah, I'll be getting together with him just to chat and give him some background. Dick Lipsis is an outstanding community leader, very active in the Western New York labor movement, head of the Labor Council for a number of years, but also just a very very focused, interested citizen, very much interested in coming here and contributing to the future of the college. I would say, you know, a serious guy who's got a lot to contribute, tremendous institutional knowledge of just everything in the community. He's not going to need a whole lot of, I mean, you know, little information we'll give him on the college, but he's a real outstanding citizen, and I think we're going to be lucky to have him here.
Well, you might have been describing yourself, Len, because and we'll certainly talk about this more next month when Dick is here, and then you'll be leaving the board, I believe, is your intention.
Yeah. I don't know if he's been approved yet. I think he's approved.
I believe he has.
Okay, good.
Yeah, so
good.
we got that. So the proper time to talk more about Dick and certainly your contributions is next month, but that at least is a vacancy that is not going to put us further in the red.
Right. You'll have somebody here sitting in the seat.
Yes, and there are others. The two governor ones are moving forward as well, and we'll see where they are. So hopefully we can get this board up to full strength. I know I've been saying that each month, and I'm anxious for that. The opening of school took place. Dr. Sagai, you probably in your report you want to talk about that?
Yes, I will.
We'll
Yes.
leave that alone. The FFECC and the AAECC talks are progressing, and all I want to say here for the record is that I appreciate the effort that Dr. Sagai, counsel for the school, Jeff Switek, Bill Reuter, Andy Sacco, Elizabeth, and others who are, you know, very central to what's going on, certainly on the FFECC side, really working hard to try to imagine an agreement that works for our students, for our leadership, and for our faculty members, and ultimately our staff. We're close. Hopefully we'll have something good to report there in terms of a final agreement that we all can be comfortable with. And the AAECC negotiations are progressing on a parallel track, and of course, you know, take some advice from the FFECC part ultimately. But you know, I think we're making progress, and I just want to applaud the efforts. People are working really hard on making a good agreement. There is a date to mark your calendars for. The foundation is having their annual gala that will be at the Powerhouse on Friday, November 7th. So we've all received emails from that from Jenna Bickler. Hopefully everyone can attend that and support the foundation, and through them our students and our college. Again, November 7th, I think it's a Friday night. It might have been on a Thursday last year, so just double check your calendar. It is Friday, November 7th per the invitation. Dr. Sagai may mention this in her report, but there was a Young and Wright meeting. Young and Wright is the architectural firm that we hired a couple meetings ago to imagine various tasks within the college that involve our capital structure. The most immediate perhaps being related to our auto work, our body shop, and our auto tech, and how we might look there going forward. Young and Wright, Rashan Sanubi, a friend, someone whose work I've respected for many decades really, along with his colleagues, met with Dr. Sagai. I spoke briefly, I had to leave, but you just touch on that when you report. I think that's all I have, and before we go to you to wrap up, we'll go to Igor Soares Pinheiro for whatever he may have to say from the student or trustee perspective.
All that I have to report is regards to the
beautiful picture.
welcome bash.
Okay.
we got a good connection with the students. Like a lot of students participated. They got interest in the SGA through that, and they got to know the SGA at the same time. Like now they know where the SGA is. Like at the same time they know.
By that
when
you mean
to
Student
apply.
Government Association.
Yes. Sorry. And at the same time, I'm working in collaboration with Dr. Horn regarding the student lounge codes of conduct.
Oh.
Yeah. That's all for.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, all right. All set?
Yes.
Thanks, Mel.
I'll sit.
Dr. Telling Quinn not on,
No, she's not here.
not here today, okay. And so we'll move to the President's report,
Sure,
Dr. Sagai.
thank you so much. So we already saw the, our faculty, the respiratory care. I'd like to see Lisa could come in and talk about the, VP listening session.
The listening sessions?
Yes, please, thank you.
Yes. So this week, we have been doing listening sessions at each of the 3 campuses with our 3 new cabinet members. So Dr. Dana Horn, Dr. D'Allegro, and John Reinholz. So we have done a 1-hour student session with lunch and pizza, of course, so pizza provided for the students, and then an hour with our faculty and staff. So we were at South Campus on Tuesday, yesterday we were at City, and today we will be holding sessions on North Campus as an opportunity to introduce our new leadership, but also really a focus on listening and hearing from students and faculty and staff any concerns. And we've heard quite a variety of different things. And Dr. Horn will be doing, we've billed it as a slice of perspective with the pizza, and we'll be sharing out on our social media some of those key questions and learnings and things like that, and with an opportunity to follow up. We anticipate doing some additional leadership sessions in the next few weeks where we'll showcase Mr. Blackwell, Katie Marshall, and who's our third one? Erickson, he left the room, so enrollment. And so just again, an opportunity to get our leadership out in front of our students and staff, and again, having that 2-way communication.
Thank you so much.
That's excellent, Lisa.
Yeah.
That's nice to have those listening sessions to introduce people who might not be the face of the college to the student. You know, that's Dr. Sagai right off the bat, but
That's
some
right.
very
That's right.
important people working on matters important to our students.
Yeah, this is really building off the listening session that I did last year, and we're going to continue to do that, my role, so that I'll do that in spring, and then the idea is to do this. But I think part of what we really are trying to do is build relationship both with our students and our faculty and staff. Relationship is where we're gonna win in terms of really moving the college forward. So thank you for participating, and then thank you to all of our students and faculty and staff who participated. And then the next thing, as you can see, right, our marketing folks have been very involved, but I can't tell you, athletic, our football, our basketball, and all those sports that we have at the college, they're very active and very involved. I know Dana has a card for us, so that way we have it, and Gail could put it on your calendar if it's appropriate for you to participate, but we want our college community and the community to participate on some of those activities. With that, I want Mr. Blackwell to come up and just give a brief update on some of the facility, and then Dana to talk a little bit about transportation. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, so I'll keep my my remarks brief. As you were pulling in today, you might have seen that we have bleachers going up over at the fields. So that's, you know, one of our highlighted projects that's going on this year. I can't recall if in the last meeting we had already gotten over the hurdle of the stop work order, but the county had to issue a stop work order for the contractor. They worked out that problem, and they're back out working hard. The good news is that we're still on schedule to get everything completed before winter falls, which is, you know, pretty ambitious. But again, with the bleachers going up this week, next week we're slated to start laying down the turf field. So we're moving along. Originally, we're going to do the lighting package in the spring. because of some of the stop work orders and what have you, we were able to actually still move ahead with our lighting company to lay the conduit or whatever else is needed to get that lighting going. So we're optimistic that we're going to be able to get the lighting up as well. So that's very exciting. The Bell Center roof project is ongoing, still slated to be completed by the end of the year. We're making really good progress at the old post building in our city campus. So that's very optimistic, and I believe it. I believe in our contractors that are working on it, that we'll have that project wrapped up by the end of this semester. But we'll see, kind of that's really weather dependent because they're working up on the exterior of the building. And then it was mentioned, do you want me to speak a little bit about the Young and Right meeting?
Sure.
So as Chair Stone indicated, last week we had a meeting with Young and Right Architects, which was renewed with the college, I think 2 months ago, as our architect. And what we really did was we took a step back to review the JMZ report, which gives us our facility master plan, as well as the RPK study that was performed. So we highlighted all of that information for the two architects that were representing the company, and really focused on, there's a couple components to both of those studies. One, when we talk about the master plan, we always relate to the capital project and things coming out of the county and matched by the state. There's a whole nother component there that really is student service and we'll just call it student-centered focused, right? And how we utilize our space in the library, student lounge, classroom spaces. And so we really talked a lot about that. I'm excited to report that we've already started doing walkthroughs of auto tech with Rashawn from Young and Right, and we're exchanging all the blueprints to them so that they can kind of start mapping things out. So it's been pretty productive. We're coming up on the end of our construction season now, which is exciting, and maybe my hair will grow back, but that's doubtful.
Thanks, James. I mean, you did a lot this summer, and appreciate it. The athletic fields really do speak for themselves, and the whole situation down at Post, and it has been a lot on your plate. And thank you for.
There's a little footnote to what James reported about the bleachers, because this is the second time there were bleachers going in there. When the World University Games occurred in Buffalo and Erie County in 1993, the soccer matches were held out there, and there were bleachers.
Oh. How about that?
Cool. You should have left them for us.
Thank you. Thanks, James.
Thanks, James. Good work this year.
One more thing.
Dana with transportation, right?
Sure.
Which is part of our old business.
Yeah.
I'm pleased to report that the Niagara Frontier Tour Company has been really great to work with.
This is distinct from the NFTA. This is
Yes.
Niagara buses and bus lines.
Yes,
right?
they're our new shuttle company.
Two different groups.
We had a couple of hiccups in the first week of classes, but what's been great is the faculty and students have been able to share their perspectives. Thanks to Adam Patterson and his team, we were able to deploy a student survey quickly to get some firsthand input from our south location areas, because that was our hiccup, was we didn't have all 3 stops built in. We now have all 3 stops in the Southtown locations built in. Our next step is working with them to have a direct city to south line, because that's where we found that there are some challenges in timing. I am also working with James Blackwell with the NFTA. We have a meeting actually on Monday to talk about having a new location at South Cobham. So we're exploring those options and seeing what we can do about that. The NFTA only does 4 route changes per year, so the next time would be December 7th. So our best hope is that we can work with them to share our data about our ridership and things like that, and potentially have a route to South Cobham for the spring semester.
It'd certainly be helpful. Thank you.
Thank you.
John, I'm going to put you on the spot. A little bit of update on campus safety, please.
Sure.
Thank you.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Good morning, John.
Hiring, that's on my agenda right now. We've fallen below the
really what we need in college safety in the department. We operate 24 hours a day, so we do the shift work. We've had some retirements. We've had people who have had to move on, whether it was a family member that's ill, somebody who couldn't make the transition over to Cobham because of the shift that she was working, so she found it better to retire from the department. So we've fallen a little bit below where we need to be, and that's the challenge I'm facing right now, is to bring new staff on and get them up to speed as quickly as possible. There are challenges involved because of the nature of being a peace officer and the training that's involved. So it is a little bit of a time-consuming process. But I'm pleased to say that with Lisa's help, we put out the job requisitions, and I think I saw 50 applicants in there, which was positive because law enforcement across the country at the federal, state, and local levels are really having challenges with hiring right now. So the fact that I saw 50, it's a good pool to start with. And my biggest concern is the officers that we have with us right now. We don't, they're being challenged to work overtime and weekends and additional shifts, and I don't want them to burn out. So I'm going to move as quickly as I can.
That's good news, Jeff.
Just speaking to the concept of the relationship building with our campus safety, that whole idea of how that's being done.
Yeah, that was kind of first and foremost for me when I came on board. Having worked in higher ed for the past 20 years, once I retired from the state police, I've been in higher ed for 20 years. So I understand the importance of having, a community relationship with the college safety team, and I've really pushed that. In my opinion, the officers have embraced it. I see them out, I see them present, I see the interactions with the college community, visitors on campus, and I just think it's important for the culture of the college and our department to have a good working relationship with all stakeholders on campus.
Thank you.
Very
Thanks, Jeff.
important.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's it for you? All right. Very good. We've covered our old business transportation. Any other items of old business? Hearing none. Any new business items that haven't been covered? Our next meeting will be October 30th, 2025, and we'll be here at North Campus. And with that, I'll take a motion to adjourn. Thank you, Igor. Second, Mike. All in favor?
Aye.
Thanks, everyone.
Okay.
Good weekend.